So file this under weird and wacky, and getting even more weird and wacky. Clarence Thomas, and there is no more doubt, has been caught red-handed getting bribes from, yes, a pro-Nazi, pro-dictator billionaire friend, Harlan Crow. This sounds like some weird comic book story, but yes, Harlan has been handing Thomas, through gifts, tons of money, a house, and all these other goodies, and he's just been caught. Now it's definitive. He's definitely broken the law. There's no doubt anymore. So we're in the end game. Is Thomas going to go to jail? Will he lose being a justice? But this is really bad. It's really awful, but
accepted big financial gifts from a prominent Republican donor without properly disclosing them. ProPublica reports this morning the GOP billionaire donor Harlan.
I just find the pro-Nazi angle the most ridiculous part of this. So let me be fair. I'm not trying to be partisan, although I am on the left. Biden is also facing some pretty interesting, tough questions. But we don't know yet if that's rock solid. It could be, it is serious, but he's not going to lose the presidency. So it's not yet Nixon territory. However, with Clarence Thomas, it's bad. It's really, really bad. And yeah, the pro-Nazi thing, that's real. It's very, very real. So to be fair to Harlan, apparently he just really is into, I guess you want to say, historical items. So yes, he does have Hitler's Mein Kampf. He has statues of Mao, Hitler, Stalin. But he just has a lot of historical items, a lot of statues, a lot of memorabilia. So I guess he's a bit of a junkie, but it does skew towards the dictators, authoritarians, and fascists. So Mao's kind of like an interesting exception. What I find amusing is the pretext. Harlan was giving all this money to Thomas, but supposedly it was fine because he wanted to help out the education of young people.
Tuition for Clarence Thomas's grandnephew, who Thomas was raising as a son since the late 1990s. The total amount paid isn't known, but payments were made to two separate schools and could have exceeded $150,000. The report says that Thomas did not disclose those tuition payments on his annual disclosures.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry. That just sounds ridiculous. Like, it's all about the education. Thomas cares about the young. I care about the young. The young are deprived of Nazi statues. We're going to help them out. I just find it really interesting and just historically very curious. If you're collecting all this historical stuff when it comes to authoritarians in education, not Castro. Castro seems to be the one man missing, and you can say a lot of things about Fidel Castro, about being villainous, authoritarian, repressive, but the man cared about education. Like it or not, that is a big hallmark of Cuba under him. His education was important. Even ideologically, this isn't really being consistent. I don't know. Does Thomas really care about education? Does Harlan really care? No, they're just, ideological friends. And this is about money because Thomas apparently presided over a case where Harlan's business interests were present. And you can't do that. Judges can't do that. That is illegal. So this is from A to Z, just classic corruption, and it is so hilarious. But again, Biden has his issue. Hunter Biden has his issues. So maybe the shoe's going to drop on them too. But at this point, yeah, it's looking bad for Thomas. It's looking real, real bad, and it's just hilarious.
Ties between Thomas and Crow, from luxury vacations to real estate deals. Thomas previously called Crow a dear friend. He hasn't yet commented on